Hello, everyone. Welcome to Monetizing Monday. It is your girl, Yvonne Tasm, the Monetizer. Okay, I'm just gonna fix this real quick. Awesome. A little bit of technical issues. Oh my gosh, I see someone I know on Instagram. Hi, Sister Jane, how are you? So happy to have you join me today. We are going to go ahead and get started. If you are joining me on Facebook, on Instagram, say hello in the comments, and please also let me know where you are coming in from today. Thank you so much for joining me. And those of you who are watching the replay, please click hashtag replay and feel free to ask any questions. I will surely answer. And on YouTube, I need you to like, follow, subscribe, click the notification button so you'll be informed the next time I do a live video. And if you have not joined the group, I need you to join our group. That is where everything is happening. That group is over on Facebook. It's called the Business Acceleration for Female Entrepreneurs. Business Acceleration for Female Entrepreneurs. Hi, Sister Jane. Thank you so much. I'm sure you're looking glamorous as usual. So we are going to go ahead and get started today. And I'm sharing this topic because over the weekend, I made a post in the group just asking some of the ladies about whatever challenges they're experiencing in their business, what questions they have. And based on the conversations I had over the weekend, I decided to share on this topic. So today's topic is how to commit and stay on your entrepreneurial journey, right? How to stay committed on your entrepreneurial journey, how not to give up on your journey, the importance of knowing your why in your business. So I've got my notes here, so I'm going to be glancing on my notes. So let's go ahead and get started, right? So I just want to acknowledge, and we all know that our entrepreneurial journey is challenging. It is not an easy journey. If anyone is telling you that to be an entrepreneur is easy, lie. It is definitely not easy. It is a challenging journey, but an extremely rewarding journey. So we are going to discuss that journey today because the agenda for today is for you to stay focused and not give up on your entrepreneurial journey, on your entrepreneurial dreams, right? And also to encourage some of you who are on the sidelines of your entrepreneurial journey to come on in. Hi, Jolene. How are you over there on Instagram? Thank you so much for joining me today. So, you know, there are multiple seasons in our entrepreneurial journey. Oftentimes, especially on social media, all you see is the glam. You see the beauty. You see people dressed up all glamorous. Sometimes they literally will rent a home for a couple of hours and do photo shoot and tell you it's their home. They'll rent a Bentley and tell you it's their Bentley and all that type of stuff, which is so deceptive and it's not good, right? People seldomly show you the struggles behind the scenes. So that's what I want us to talk about today, so you know that it is okay. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with your business. There's nothing wrong with where you are in your entrepreneurial journey. It is all part of your journey and part of your story, okay? So and in our entrepreneurial businesses, there are seasons where we definitely want to give up. Hi, Lillian. Hi, Latanya. Let me know where you're coming in from. I like to know where you're coming in from. Say hello in the comments over there on Facebook, right? And there are seasons that we want to give up, especially when we are experiencing setbacks, right? That's when we really just want to throw in the towels and just give up. And I find that some of the reasons why some people choose to want to do that or feel this need to give up is based on what they see online. You know, people just tell you, the good, right? When everything is booming, they're excelling, they're thriving. And so there's this false impression that being an entrepreneur is all a bunch of roses, and that you launch a business today, tomorrow you hit $1 million. And therefore, when it doesn't happen that quickly, we get discouraged, right? All right. So I want you to know that your real success, it comes with pain. It comes with some wins. It comes with trials. Your season when you have to overcome your obstacles, and you have to persevere, despite of your failures, right? And we all know that there are countless individuals. If you watch TV, you keep up with social media, if you read your history books, there are countless individuals. Oh, wow. Sarah from Namibia. Welcome. Thank you for watching. So there are so many individuals who have gone through successes. They crashed, they came back up, or had like horrible challenges before finally hitting it big, right? And we all know so many of them. Walt Disney. I'm sure some of you might have read about Walt Disney. Everyone knows about Disney now, right? Everyone knows about Disney. People flying from countries all over the world to take their kids on Disney. Hollywood has made so many movies regarding Disney, but guess what? It wasn't always a bed of roses for Mr. Walt Disney. Mr. Walt Disney failed so many times, numerous times, before finally making it big, right? So there's him, there's Thomas Edison. I mean, so many of his inventions failed until he was finally successful. There's Stephen King, this awesome writer. He has made so many major movies. So many of his scripts were turned down before they finally accepted his script in Hollywood. Jim Carrey, we all know him, the comedian, major star. He too experienced a lot of challenges. And I know every woman on this live and every woman watching the replay has heard of Oprah Winfrey. She's definitely one of my mentors from afar. Oprah Winfrey went through a lot. I mean, she was even told that she didn't have to look for TV. I mean, so many things. She was raped. Her womb was damaged. There's so many obstacles she experienced in the beginning of her journey, but yet she didn't give up, right? And at a certain point, if I'm not mistaken, she was either the most wealthy woman in the world or amongst the top 3, right? So everyone knows her. Bill Gates, and if you most of us only know Bill Gates as it relates to his billions from Microsoft. But guess what? Bill Gates launched another business before Microsoft, and it flopped. And a lot of people don't know that part of his history, right? So he hasn't always been that multi-billionaire whom we know about today. He too had tremendous failures, but he didn't give up. And because he didn't give up, look at us all now, all over the world, using Microsoft infrastructure, right? And then Richard Branson, Virgin Atlantic, I believe he was the first one to go on a vacation to where? Where are these people going? They're not going to the space, right? He was the first to go to space. Okay, Miss Jane said a request to be your live to be on. Okay, let's see. How do I get her? Jane, you want to get on the live with me? Okay, are you sure? I'm gonna bring you in. Let's see if this works. Okay, look at me. I'm clicking the button, but it's not working. Okay, wait. Here's the button. Okay, let's see how this works. Okay, so I have invited her to come on the live with me. Let's see if it works. All right. So, hi, Jane. You on the live? How are you?
Fine, you can't see me. I'm not looking glamorous, so just look at my ceiling.
Okay, guys, we have a guest all the way from Maryland on our live with us. Just say hello to everyone.
Hello, everyone.
This is Miss Jane. Miss Jane, you're in the IT field, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so she's in the IT field. Next time we'll have a live where you guys can really see her, right? All right. So thank you for joining us. And anyone else want to join me, you're definitely free to join me. All right, so let's see. So Jolene, don't kill me. Jolene is my techie person. She assists me to do a lot of stuff. Don't kill me if I'm messing up here on the World Wide Web today, Jolene. Forgive me. Okay, all right. Let's keep on this talk. All right, so there's so many of them. Simon Cowell, we all know him from the reality show. He too flopped, and now he's a multi-millionaire. Colonel Sanders. Okay, who's Colonel Sanders? Have you guys had KFC? It used to be called Kentucky Fried Chicken, and it's now called KFC, right? He too flopped like crazy. He actually didn't become wealthy, I think, until age 80, I believe, right? I think it was age 80 before he became wealthy. So let's see here, because we are recording. Okay, let's see. Okay, since we can't see Miss Jane, we will catch her next week, right? When we can see her live. All right. And then Abraham Lincoln, oh my God, so many times he ran for office, right? Until he finally became the president of the United States. But there are countless stories I can share with you guys of so many people who started on their journey. They failed, they got back up, they failed, they got back up. So the name of the game is to not give up. Do not give up, whether it's your entrepreneurial journey, whatever life goal it is, whatever vision you have for yourself, for your family, do not give up. Stay persistent, right? So now, and guess what? There is a skill set. There is a skill set to staying persistent, to not giving up. There's a skill set you need to learn to master your vision and stay committed. So I'm going to be sharing a little bit with that in a little bit. So, success in business can be summed up with in so many ways. And I've found, even from my personal experience, that there are actually some steps that we go through on this entrepreneurial journey. And this is the true steps, the reality, not the social media fluff, but what really happens behind the scenes, right? So I'm going to share with you guys the true steps of becoming successful as an entrepreneur. Usually you have an idea, right? You have an idea. You might wake up one day and get some idea, some type of inspiration. Hello, Fatima. Let us know in the comments where you're coming in from, what nation you're coming in from. Okay, so you start with an idea, whatever idea you may have. And then the next thing you have is, and you might want to jot this down, or you can watch the replay. The next thing you have is a plan, right? After an idea, step one is your idea. The next step is you have a plan. And then the next step is you execute your plan. Whatever your plan is, you execute it, right? And guess what happens? You're going to have an obstacle. Obstacle number one, right? Obstacle number one could be that you're trying to sell something and nobody wants to buy whatever you're selling. Hello, Fatima from Nigeria. Welcome, welcome. And obstacle number one might be that no one, it might even be that you hire a manufacturer and they didn't make whatever your product is to your specification. That could be obstacle number one. Then there's obstacle number two. It might be that you actually get your products and no one is buying your products. Okay, that could be obstacle number two. And then the next thing is that you try to stay positive and don't give up, right? You try to stay positive and don't give up. And then at times you become sad. It can even become depression, okay? You become sad, right? You become discouraged, why is this happening to me? I've done everything I can do. I did what my coach asked me to do. It's just not connecting. It's not working, right? And then you get yourself out of that negative place. And then, no. you become sad, right? And then guess what? You start doubting yourself, your mindset. It starts messing with your head. Like you start thinking that you don't know what you're doing. You start thinking that sometimes even if it's a God-given vision, maybe it's the devil. Maybe you're just hearing things. Maybe you weren't called to do whatever. Maybe you're not attractive enough. Maybe you're too fat. Maybe you're not smart enough. Blah, 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 blah. Sometimes you even start saying, maybe it's because I don't live in America. Because I get that. Because I have a lot of women I coach in international countries. Maybe it's because I don't live in America. For those of you who don't live in America, believe me, success is not in a location. Success is in you. Your success is in you. It's not in your location. Actually, there's a woman on here with us right now who lives in Africa, and she's a multi-millionaire. She's watching this live right now, right? She's a multi-millionaire in her currency. So, and she's got clients globally, all over the world, paying her in dollars. And she lives in Africa. So again, success is in a person. It's not in an individual. It's not in a location. For whoever needed to hear that. Okay, let me come back to my list. Then there's self-doubt, right? And then you start having little successes. Then you start mastering those little successes. And then you get a boost. This is like when you start hitting your goal. Let's say you had a goal to hit $5,000 a month. You start hitting it. Or $10,000 a month. You start hitting it. And then you stay at that level for a couple of months. And guess what? There's stuff at every level. You get to that level, you're like, ugh. I'm not succeeding. I'm stagnant. I'm telling you, stagnation happens at every level, right? Stagnation can be happening at 1,000 a month, 5,000 a month, 10,000 a month, even 100,000 a month. Stagnation happens. So basically, when stagnation happens, sometimes you just have to hire like a coach for the next level to help take you to the next level, and on and on. There are people that get stuck at 1 million. Yes, guys, people get stuck at 1 million and they are frustrated. At that point, you got to find someone who take you to your 10 million, on and on and on. You're like different levels, right, of this game. So at this time, you're at the boost level. Welcome. Who is this? Miss BB, welcome. Let us know where you're coming in from in the comments, Miss BB. Okay, so you have your boost, and then when you're stuck, then the next step is optimization. Optimization is when you take whatever you're already doing and you optimize it. You make it to work better. You review the system, so you get someone who specializes in that to assess your current systems, and they review it, and then they optimize it for you. Optimize it to make it work better. And then after that, guys, guess what you have? You have success. And everyone's journey is different. Some people, they go through all these phases, in some months, in some years. It just depends, right? Now, so in case you're asking me, how do I stay on the journey to attain success, right? How do I stay on this journey so I don't give up while I'm going through any of these phases in my business? I'm going to share it with you today. And that happens when you are able to determine your why, right? When you know your why. What is your why? Your why is the reason why you started your business to begin with, right? When you know your why, it helps you to stay in your business. It helps you to keep going. It helps you not to give up when you're going through all these multiple phases in your business, right? So this is some of the things your why does for you. Your why inspires you, and it literally makes you to feel alive, right? And also, these are some of the emotions you experience when you know your why. Okay, I'm going to tell you some of the emotions that you experience when you truly know your why. Okay, so when you know your why, you are passionate about it, and it truly lights your fire, and it lights up your soul, right? When you can focus on it, it grows your impact, it grows your influence, right? And also when you are doing it, that thing that you have been called to do, oh my goodness, you just know that you're in your element and you feel fulfilled. Hello, Miss Bibian. Please let us know where you're coming in from. Welcome over there in Facebook. When you know your why, you are more productive. You feel fulfilled. You feel like you're giving value. And oh my goodness, you have so much strength, right? And also when you discover it, you also discover your purpose, your purpose, your purpose, that thing that you have been called to do. I truly believe in purpose. I believe in purpose. I believe that all of us are put on this earth to fulfill something. We're just not here to just breathe air and then stop breathing and get buried. No, there is a purpose why each and every one of us is here on this earth. There's so many people who were once on this earth and they're gone, but it's like they're still here, right? Those are people who have left a legacy, right? So, and I'm all about legacy. I'm here to leave a legacy. I want to know that when I am gone, the things that I have done on this earth during the years I was on earth are still being a blessing and benefiting others. That is what I want to do. All right. So, and then when you discover it, oh my gosh, it compels you to take on challenges that will scare other people, right? But instead, those challenges rather they inspire you, right? So again, your why must be combined to your ambitions, your passion, and your purpose. You might want to write this down. Your why must be combined to your ambitions, your passions, and your purpose, right? And your why must be clear and compelling. It cannot be wishy-washy. It must be clear and it must be compelling. If someone asks you, okay, hi Shireen from Jamaica, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. So if someone asks you, what is your why? What is your reason for starting that business? You should be able to just like spit it out. Like if someone asks you, Shireen, what is your name? You know your name, right? You should know. You should be able to say exactly what your name is. So when someone asks you, what is your why? You should be able to know. Like, I mean, like, I can tell you my why in the bed. My why keeps me going when I don't feel like going. Like, okay, so right before getting on this live, I was doing my exercise and I had to get in 10,000 steps. And it was like going on, I come on at 1. It was like going on 12 o'clock and come and see me. I started like running to hit 10,000 so I can hurry up and get ready and come here and show up for you guys, right? It's because I am committed to my why. This here I'm doing is all tied into my why. All right. So now, so the benefits of determining your business's why cannot be disputed. And let me tell you, why is not money. Why is not money. Money is just an effect, right? Money is just the result of your why. The why cannot be money. Let's say you're telling me, oh, Yvonne, my why is because I want to make $1 million. Okay, so what if you win a lottery and get that $1 million? Then what? Then what, right? Then what? So, okay, Miss Imelda from Namibia. Welcome, welcome from Namibia. Hey, Namibia is really representing in the house today. Welcome, welcome, right? So, in case you're still saying, but I really don't know how to determine my why. How do I determine my why, right? Okay, so, and how do I find out what my why is? So, let's talk about it, guys. Okay, so I am going to be doing a more in-depth talk next Monday at the same 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, USA time zone. Next week, Monday, where we are going to be, actually, you're going to take out your paper and we're going to dig deeper. And by the end of that live next week, Monday, you should know how to determine your why, right? And so, and that is some of what we teach inside the Monetizer Academy, right? The Monetizer Academy. That is the academy that I work with women all over the world to launch their businesses. And this is one of the exercises we do inside the academy, because let me tell you, it is a total waste of time to embark on an entrepreneur journey without knowing your why. If you already have a business and you didn't sit down to do this why exercise, my sis, my bros, you better pause and do this exercise. You must do your why exercise, because when you haven't done it and life happens, and it is said that in life you are either coming into some, you can fill in the blank. Some people fill in the blank with SHIT or what, or SHOT, whatever, right? But you're either coming out of some stuff, you're either in some stuff, or you're coming out of some stuff. Did I say it right? You're either coming out of some stuff, you're either in some stuff, or you're about to go into some stuff. That is just real life. As long as you're breathing, that's how life is, right? So you better have the systems in place to help you with your mindset when you go through it, right? Okay, so let's go over some steps. So before I go over those steps, I'll just tell you guys two other, I guess, mindset type things. One of the things that every person wants to have, all of you watching me, so those of you watching the replay, those of you who watch this video in the future, it's so important to have a circle. It doesn't have to be a whole bunch of people, even if it's one or two people that believe in you, that believe in your vision, whom when life happens, you can literally call that person and cry, shout, yell, scream, and say, oh my gosh, this is how I'm feeling. This is what's happening. So that way you can go through whatever it is you're feeling, right, as quickly as possible and come out of it, right? And also music. I love music. I'm telling you, music also works for me. If I'm feeling crappy, there are certain songs that I already have ready on my playlist. So if I find myself getting into a funky place, I would literally play that music. I would dance around the house like a fool, get myself all happy, and get back to work. Because as an entrepreneur, especially as a business coach, where other people are depending on me to feed them, to inspire them, encourage them, I cannot afford to be having a bad day, right? A bad day is very expensive. Okay, so and it's also important to, if you don't know this yet, you need to know how much you're worth a day, right? Based on your income, how much you earn, you know, what's your day worth, right? There's some people whose day is worth $5,000. So if that girl has a bad day, a whole bad day, she just lost $5,000. That's an expensive bad day, right? So and there are times, I know there are times we go through a whole bad day, then a whole bad day can turn into like a whole bad week, a whole bad month, then it turns into a whole bad year, and oh my gosh, you know, and you'll be like so upset with yourself, right? So that is so not good. All right, so what you want to do is put systems in place to help you to overcome when you find yourself getting into a yucky place. All right, so coming back to our why. The first step, right, is to make time to do an honest reflection, right? Make time to do an honest reflection as to why you want to launch that business, or if you've already launched, do one as to why you launched to begin with in the first place, right? And then number two, you want to write down your values. Whatever business you've launched or you're launching, it needs to be in alignment with your values, because if it's not in alignment with your values, it's not going to work, right? I know people who have worked at jobs, companies that are not in alignment with their values, and at a certain point, you know, they either quit or they constantly complain about their jobs, how they hate it, how maybe people are being treated, how certain things are being done. I mean, I've definitely worked at a firm where people were being maltreated left and right. Things were not just being done right. There was, there was like favoritism, discrimination. I mean, and that is not in alignment with my values. Therefore, I was conflicted each time that I was going to work, right? So there's no need launching a business if it's not in alignment with your values. That's a total waste of time. So you need to write down your values, right? And then also think about your past successes and failures and look for patterns. Think of your past successes and your past failures and look for patterns, right? In your past successes, these are usually things that maybe you've been called to do, right? Like my past successes have always been with like helping people. Like I'm like always helping people, encouraging people, sharing information. This is before I even started coaching, right? And those were definitely clues, right? So so that's it for today. So if you need help with that, don't worry. Like I said earlier, I am going to be taking you through an exercise. And this is an exercise which we always do inside the Monetizer Academy. That is the academy where I work with women all over the world to launch their businesses. But I am going to be sharing that with you right here on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm going to go through that exercise with you. So make sure you join me right here, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard USA time zone, where we are going to dig deeper to help you identify your why for your business, because you are going to need it for the long haul. Because being an entrepreneur is not a sprint. Okay, it's not a sprint. It is a marathon. It's a long haul journey, right? So thank you so much, guys, for joining me on this beautiful Monday, on Monetizer Monday. For those of you on Facebook, thank you so much. Those of you on Instagram, I'm actually here on 2 platforms, guys. I got 2 devices going. So thank you so much. Love you very much. And I'll see you next week. And guys, if you have any questions, any comments, please post it in the comments. I will definitely respond to you. Thank you so much. God bless you. Love you. Goodbye.